Scott Grove here. In this episode, I want to show you how I'm going to make a compression mold for this compound curve here. You could possibly iron this on with not a problem, but whenever you have a sort of a repeating curve or form, a compression mold is always better to go. So how do we do that? First, I take some MDF. We'll spare all the math, but I figured out to be about 2 inches wide I can probably get away with. That's just sort of an intuitive thing. We can always make it narrower strips. And I cut my form. This doesn't have to be exact. It can wobble in and out, doesn't matter, because we're going to use automotive putty to sort of put on here and press this in and get an exact mold of this curve that goes this way and also this way. Hindsight being 2020, I should have made this to go all the way down to the table, but you can always work around that. So I've got a center line here, and I'm going to kind of take the form from the sort of center point. It may vary slightly, but we're going to be using rubber to compensate for any variations in this curve. So I'm going to take this, bring this over here. This will help the Bondo from falling out. Go ahead and mix some of this up. And if you've never worked with automotive putty, I suggest you check on this link. I don't know which way to do this. That explains more about automotive putty and all the little nuances to it and how to work with it and variations. Check that out. Just doing this by eye. Rather have too much than not enough. Okay, got this all mixed up. I'm going to trowel this right into our sort of rough coal. Hey, look at that, I mixed just enough. Kind of spread this out, get a preliminary even coat on here. And now we're ready to press. I've got a line here, a plumb line or a square line, so I want to try to eye it so it's square on there. Kind of wiggle that in. Add a clamp. Don't want to press that too hard. Take off these. Oh, don't drop it on your bench. Don't do that. And just to make it easier, I'm going to scrape off the excess. But it's important you want to keep some excess or scrape it flush. You don't want to go in because this is going to be your cutting edge. Okay, we're going to let that gel up. And one of the beautiful things about Bondo or automotive putty is that it gets this sort of gelled state, a green state. Some people refer to it as a leather state because it cuts like leather. So I'm going to let this sort of gel up a little bit, and I can take a knife, an expendable knife, one of these, and I'll be able to cut this perfectly flush with the MDF, and I'll have parallel sides. It'll be rock hard once it fully cures, and that'll be my cutting edge to cut the veneer. So wait for that. Okay, so the automotive putty is sort of at that leather state. You can see, let me see if we can get a little piece off here for you. You know, it's still rubbery, but firm enough to cut. It cuts beautiful. And now by extending this blade, I can press it against and make sure I'm cutting flush to this MDF's plane. And I've got packing tape on here, so I'm not gluing this thing to my form. And there you go. So I'm going to let that sit for a little longer just to get fully hard. Then I can pull this thing off and I'll sand it and I'll have myself a compound compression mold. Compound curve goes this way and also this way. And now I can use that to press my veneer on, and it'll be a perfect match with even pressure. That's the key in veneer, even pressure. So it's been about 10 minutes. I'm sure this is nice and hard enough to sand and lace. Pop this baby off. And there you go. I don't know if you can see, we got a curve this way and a curve this way. So compound curve. Love them. Let me have it sand this down. So there you go. So that's how I make a compression mold for a compound curve. So stay tuned, check out other episodes, subscribe, like, you know the drill. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, share, comment, all the above. Thanks again.